I'm sorry, that's our policy. I'm sorry, but that's our policy. Oh, I can't do that because that's our policy. I'm not saying don't have policies and procedures. Please no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying knowing when that policy and procedures doesn't make sense. Hi everyone, this is Coach Kalloo here with another great topic. Well, at least I think it's great. Great topic on policies should never hinder great customer service. So before I get into that, I just want to remind you, if you've not done so already, please like and subscribe on this channel. I just don't want you to miss out on other great things that I'm going to say that I think is going to be beneficial. Okay, no, I really think these are beneficial things, at least my perspective on it. So hit subscribe, make sure you come back regularly to be tuned in. So policies should never hinder great customer service. And there's three things I want to chat about today. So one, why you shouldn't hide behind your policies. So if you're a business owner or you're a leader, you shouldn't hide behind your policies. We'll talk about that. Two, why you are in business. Sometimes we forget. So I want to remind you why you're in business. And three, how you can change your approach. So those are the three things I want to cover today. So let's just jump right into it. So why you shouldn't hide behind your policies. Because sometimes it's frustrating. You've been to that situation, you've been in that situation where you've been to a store or product or services or something like that, and the policy just didn't make sense. And then you kept hearing, I'm sorry, that's our policy. I'm sorry, but that's our policy. Oh, I can't do that because that's our policy. I'm not saying don't have policies and procedures. Please no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying knowing when that policy and procedures doesn't make sense. Here's the thing. There's a hidden cost to when you have policies and procedures that don't make sense. It frustrates the employee, it frustrates the consumer, and it frustrates everyone else in between, because you're going to get frustrated too as a business owner because you're not going to make money, right? Because you won't have those customers, right? And I'll talk about that in a second. But your policies and procedures, again, you cannot hide behind them. This is an opportunity for you to look and recognize that maybe there's some changes. Maybe you need to be flexible in how you administer your policies or procedures, or maybe they're outdated and they don't make sense anymore. So don't hide behind them. Find out what's happening. We'll talk about that in the approach a little bit later. The other thing I want you to be mindful of is number two, which is why you're in business. You're in business because of the customer. No doubt about it. We know number one is you're there to make money. We get that. And people know you're there to make money. But it's what are you going to spend most of your time actually doing? And it's to serve the customer. The customer needs to be there. That's why they're there. They come first. Now, I know you'll be shocked to hear this, but I'm sometimes not always the best customer. So if that happens, it doesn't mean that I'm not trying to help you do better in your business, right? You have to deal with customers like me too. And so not all of them are going to be roses and brilliantness and gentleness and care and all that other stuff. They could just be transactional, just want a certain product and your services. That's what they want. So again, you have to deal with us. You need us to be in business. If you don't have the customer, you're not in business. I'm no mathematician, but if you add one and that together, you may not get the number you're looking for. So that's why you're in business, is for the customer. So therefore, it has to be tailor-made for the customer, right? Number three, and final point is, how can you change your approach? I kind of was suggesting this already, which is be flexible. Know when to flex your policies or your procedures, right? There's certain things that maybe it doesn't need to be a policy or procedure. Maybe it needs to be a guideline. Give your people the autonomy to make decisions. Let them know the parameters. Here's what you can and can't do, but how can we help? How can you help those folks? I've been in a situation before where someone has said to me, well, sir, if I do it for you, I'll have to do it for everyone. And what's wrong with that? What if I need certain things that you can do, but you're so worried about, well, what if other people find out about it? What if other people want the same thing? If it doesn't make sense, right? Then again, look at how you can help that consumer. The consumer is what's important. And so it makes sense to flex to them if it's appropriate. Right? If it's appropriate. It's got it checked off with the employee. So how does it fit for the employees? How does it fit for the consumer? And how does it fit for the entity of the business? And it's not a majority rule, right? Because it could be great for the consumer. It could be great for the employee. But the the business, if it could speak to you, it says, what the heck are you doing, right? So maybe it doesn't make sense. But when it makes sense, flex. And if you have to do it for me and a few other people, what's wrong with that? Right? So those are my things on policy should never hinder great customer service. If your goal is great customer service, you should be going after those things. So hopefully this information was helpful. I'm actually really curious. What are some scary customer service experience that you might have had that if they would have just flexed a little bit, it would have been great? Share with me those comments, or if you have some comments or questions or some hate mail, don't send hate mail, or if you have some other comments and you want to leave it below just to engage the conversation, I am always curious about what's out there, so please leave that information. Until next time, Koach Kalloo here. I will share something else great and epic and wonderful.